Hello, hello. Let's see if we're streaming. Should be working now. Let's see if we're streaming. That we are. Okay. So last time I was streaming, I talked a bit about my thoughts on Stormblood, just like the base game. Nothing else. Or just like the base expansion, nothing past it. And, you know, I kind of toyed with the idea of maybe streaming my playthrough. And I thought, you know, well, why not? You know, I'm playing the game anyways, so I may as well stream myself going through the game. And so I completed a couple missions before I came to the conclusion of streaming the game. And I'll just do a quick little catch up of what's happened. Of course, big old spoilers if you haven't played through the DLC or the game yet. Obviously, maybe don't watch this if you're privy on not having things spoiled for you. But basically, what happened was some guy I don't remember the name of, who's a scion of the Seventh Dawn, was like, "Yo, let's be like treasure hunters and shit. Let me call up my boy Alphino, and let's go hunt some treasure underneath this Alamigan, this castle. I forget what it's called. I think it's just Alamigan Castle or whatever. And we found that there's this old ancient civilization under the like lake here. I think it's like a frozen over lake or like some kind of salt lake. I don't quite know what's going on with it. But basically, the old king of Alamigo, he had this vault underneath the... Bro, why are people talking in my house, dude? Basically, they had this vault. The old king had a vault underneath in this old civilization where he kept all his treasure. And the dude heard... Oh, I think he's actually over here. I need to learn his name. Ehrenwald. Ehrenwald actually learned of this vault somehow, I guess. The old king was a big bad man, and he kept a lot of monsters down there to guard his vault full of treasure. Basically, Alphino, Ehrenwald, and the Warrior of Light go down there and into the lake of that old city, where the old city is, and beat the shit out of some monsters, and then eventually find the hidden treasure. Cool, right? Well, sounds all good, but when we get back, we learn that, we find that there's a bit of a, I forget what you call it, a bit of a riot? Riot sounds a bit strong. I think we'll call it a riot. There was a bit of a riot going on over here because of Fordola. Word got around that we had Fordola captured, and there was a lot of public outcry of wanting to publicly execute Fordola. Of course, Lise was strongly opposed to that, and, you know, however, she was starting to give in to the demands of the crowd when Mr. General Raubon himself came by and was like, no, we're not doing that. And then everyone else was like, oh shit, man's got a point, and then started clapping. Obviously it's a bit more complicated than that, but we're just gonna keep going. I always like to talk to the NPCs while they're just hanging around. I like to see what they have to say. If you will have me, I have a mind to attend this interview as well. Oh, right, so we're gonna go... one thing Lee said to the writers was that we need to learn from... I think it may have been Raubon, I don't remember. I did that like a day ago and stopped playing, and then decided to stream like today. Lee said, well, you know, we can't just execute her, we gotta like interrogate her, right? Before we do anything. So that's what we're about to do. We're about to go interrogate Fordola. It's Ehrenwald, gotta say. I've no great wish to save Fordola, even if I could. But there's more to her than meets the eye, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of that as well. Oh my god. People are like texting me. Hold on, I gotta mute my phone. There we go. Put it on vibrate. We have to say Lise. Speak with the guard and we'll all go in together. Minago. Which, her name is not spelled the same, but it's spelled very similar to a demon from Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. So anytime I think of Minago in this game, I always think of an eyeless demon. I think it's best if I stay outside and keep watch for troublemakers. After what that woman did to Meffred and Commander Kemp, I'd struggle not to throttle her. Understandable. Let's talk to the prison guard and interrogator. Yes, I do. This is, I feel it in my bones. This is going to be voice acted, so we can just enable the auto text here. Walking down this hallway. I just have a feeling the cell wouldn't be enough, but, you know, I guess it is. No light either. Man, that's rough. No webcam today because I didn't feel like it. I always appreciate the cinematography.
Well, well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you? Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock.
I'm gonna check the stream volume real quick.
I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win
Wasting
our
your
freedom.
time.
Okay.
All
Sorry
of this
about
is pointless. There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it. I killed your men. I killed my men. And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance.
Damn, Fordola.
That's a lie, and you know it. You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? Now, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fordola. I see you for what you are.
Oh, shit. Ooh, anyone got an Advil? Jeez. Migraines. But this is, I think this is the power of the echo. We can like see into people's pasts. I don't really remember what this thing does.
Come along, Fordola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
Oh yeah, her mother's like terrible. Right?
All right.
Or was that the mother of Yatsuru? I don't know. I think the mothers are both bad.
Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
Wow, you have a very old voice for a young child.
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alarigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
I guess they're loyal Imperials. It's a very tame thing to utter, to be honest with
The
you.
little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never
never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
Oh my god!
Fadola!
What the hell?
Traitors!
Please! You have to do something! My husband and daughter are in danger!
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of arms.
Bruh. Are you kidding me?
We're citizens! We have rights!
Citizenship guarantees nothing.
I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive.
Okay. I'm feeling a redemption story for Fordola. Yo, that guy's chiseled. Oh! Fatality. By the 12. Is he dead?
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
Jeez. It's all just bad. Whole thing's just bad. Whole situation. So her parents see working with the Empire is the only way to stay safe?
Fadola, please! You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier?
I guess pink hair runs in the family.
Oh, gods! What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honoring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Oh, that's a hell of a thing for your mom to tell you. Jesus.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage.
Even pureblood Garleans are treated very poorly.
I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time. It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. No matter what. We'll bleed for them. Die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
Yeah, fighting for the Empire will lead to freedom, I'm sure. Maybe they're... I guess they're trying to be homogenized into what it means to be Garlean. Like, that's the idea. All those people are probably dead as fuck. Holy shit, dude. My laptop is, like, so hot right now. Not really a way to avoid that. I guess I could lower the settings, but I don't think that would really change too much. Yeah, just keep chewing her out, Ehrenwald.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Shut up.
chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes.
God damn. Oh my god, Aaronvold.
Slip it over you.
Holy shit.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
That is brutal.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past? And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they? Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led! The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
I guess that's why she blew up. Oh, she's activating sicko mode. Is that what's happening? Oh, I think she's seeing into our past. Damn. What the fuck is happening? Why was she able to do that?
You.
Oh, is this because of the like etheric confusion or something?
All that pain.
Come on, Flint.
It's too much. Too much for anyone. The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
You know, it really hasn't been as hard as you're making it out to be. I kind of just keep standing, I suppose. This is it. I think this is pretty cool. This is what I was talking about earlier. There's a lot more ways you can characterize the Warrior of Light now, and kind of give them, you know, more than just, you know, I'm the generic hero character who does all the hero stuff because that's what you do, right? Let's see. You know why. You saw. For those I have lost, for those I can yet save, because I choose to. I think it fits pretty well with like the white mage thing. Kind of playing like a healer support. I think it goes well. For those I have lost, for those I can yet save. Why do I keep going? I live for casting Benediction on a 1 HP Dark Knight.
Damn you. Damn you all.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it.
Oh, I guess she will be executed. We're killing her. Alright.
Let's go.
We've Lisa's decided that? Public execution? How's she even gonna die? This has gotten a lot darker than I thought it would. I don't know what's up with Aaronvold, why he stared for a little longer. He's probably gonna do some shit. Oh, I got it. Prediction time. Here's what I got. Aaronvold is gonna turn against us, maybe? Try to assassinate Fordola, maybe? I'm just making that up. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Well, that was an interesting little cutscene. Sorry, sometimes I gotta get up and close the door after a dog walks in. Ugh, okay. That was interesting. We got a glimpse into a bit more Fordola. Sorry about that. I let my emotions get the better of me. It's just that she and I are of an age, sure, and we're neither of us one thing or another, I can't help but feel like she's my problem to solve. Yeah, that's what we call a toxic relationship. Oh my gosh, I ship Ehrenwald. Ehrenwald and Fordola ship. The capacity to experience such visions of the past has always seemed to me a most desirable talent, but I now see that it is as much a burden as a blessing. Well, it's an uncontrollable thing. You kind of just get hit with it. Flint, you just wanted in this room. I'm not letting you back out. You're stuck in here. I'm sorry, buddy. Let's see what's next. Lise is lost in thought. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. And I've found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Kay, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing, though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. How do we know that she has them? Like, wait, when did we first find out that she has them? Is that a thing that happens because of the experiments on her from the Garlean scientist guy? Yes, Flint? Okay, Flint was out of the room. Flint. Ugh, damn boy can't make up his mind. I wonder. Could there be some fundamental difference between one who was born with the echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Oh yeah, that was when she got it. That's my Alphino impression. I can't do accents. Well, the Immortal Flames has been scouring that research facility ever since the liberation. There's a chance they might have some answers for us. General Alden... Dear God. General Alden's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? Okay. Well, it looks like we're going to be looking further into the echo here that was artificially given to Fordola after that Garland scientist guy experimented on her. She craved power. She wanted to not feel weak because, you know, we kind of could fucking stop her as the Warrior of Light. Oh my gosh, learn how to operate stairs. And it's down there. Perhaps death is the only way out for her, so her suffering can end, or maybe there's another way. But in any event, it's important that we learn what the Empire's up to. General Alden is inside. Will you be joining him? Yes, please, more cutscenes. I have a feeling... Whoa! This is very pretty. Can I even... I can't mount in here. This is really cool. I think we were in here at one point, but it was a boss fight only. I don't think you could have, you could just stroll around freely. Oh, there's Alphino. What are you up to? Seeing this facility, I am reminded of what they did to Kryle. God damn it. Kryle from Dragon Ball. And you're just some scientist lady. Okay. Some scary looking tech. I was thinking of playing Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise. Final Fantasy Origin Stranger of Paradise. So I can kill chaos. It seemed like kind of a fun game. I was thinking about playing a lot of Final Fantasy games, actually. What do you do, Lise? Come on, let's talk to Raban. Dude, I agree. Let's do it. What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it? Yes. As expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Arenvald? I don't think I've heard it pronounced. Or if I have, I don't remember. Arenvald noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard-pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank... I thought you were Ralban, not Frank. Let's stop the roleplay here. I'd welcome the Scion's expert assistance if you have time to lend a hand. Oh, it's time to call, Uriange. He's our resident nerd, right? Oh. No. I guess I'm doing this now. What are you up to? These bastards would fiddle with a man's very soul if it served their purpose. Nothing is sacred to them. Nothing. Ooh, shit. Okay, there's a guy over there in this Magitech pod. This is, where they kept Cryo? The device in which Cryo was held seems even more ominous now. You know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked Supply Subject, while this one bears the label Master Subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? Yeah, this is Master Pod. All the pods are designed to drain the aether of the occupant, save that one right there, that Cryo was in. Unlike the others, the interior's been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I can't tell you. Okay. What's that over there? Scrap of parchment. But there's a flaming investigator right over there. And I can only do 2 of them, I guess. I kind of want to talk to this guy. So many bodies. Every one of them a victim of these experiments. Few show any signs of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible aether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Oh my god. They got their, like... how do the bodies even look? What does a body look like if it's got its ether, like, drained from them? Yeah, well, I don't know. We just learned that, you know, that over there is the big aether-sucking machine, and here's a bunch of aether-sucked people. There are some sensors inside the master pod that measures etheric wave forms, but not sure what's up with that. I imagine we're about to learn. Oh shit, baby, cutscene time. Here we go. This one will not be voice acted. I feel it in my bones. I knew it. Okay. I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Okay, shall we start with you? And then I tell everything I know about science, which is a considerable amount, I assure you. Taken in combination with the testimonies of Kryl and Thancred, I do begin to see exactly why what the Imperials were attempting here. The enhancement procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with aether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. Okay. Infusing a single candidate with ether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. Yes. So Cryo was getting, like, supercharged? As for the master subject, in this case Cryo, the patterns of her etheric... would provide the model for which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. She's like the control subject. In other words, they were trying to recreate Cryo's echo. I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Cryo is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. The soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there's a sentry at her door day and night. If she can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past, is she losing her sense of self? But you don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. So she's undergone some kind of, like, life-changing experience here. Indeed, as you may recall, You sail. Oh God, I don't know. You sail? Sure. What? Oh yes, that's the lady who turned into a primal. The ice one, and she died in the Dragon Song War. I think I don't entirely remember. I just remembered who that was. Ysael was completely transformed by a single glimpse into Hraesvelgur's past. Verdola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she's destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. I imagine so. That explains her request to be executed. Ah. But she doesn't want to kill herself. Does she think it's dishonorable? Why wouldn't she? I don't know. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments... Robon's like, I don't give a fuck. Let her suffer. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the Echo to anyone, to an entire legion. What would that do? Or I guess the Echo does make us like a super person. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these godforsaken procedures. And Verdola remains our best source of information. She'll not be getting her wish. Not yet. Ah, that's rough. Right. Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. Others will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. If only that were true. I understand. Thank you, General. We should leave the flames to it. Let's go. So we're just going to keep her alive to study the effects of this artificial etheric infusion. Oh, I guess everyone has an inherent amount of aether inside them, right? Just all living beings. Excuse me. All like humans, or not humans, Hyur, I think. Hyur, Alra, bunny people, I don't remember. Just all people. And I don't know if beings, like just general, like your dog, has aether in them. Maybe they do. But they were taking that small aether and using and like draining it from them and putting it into Fordola to make her match the etheric waveform of Kryl. And now she's having to live with that. I don't know if all of these visions are a result of her just matching Kryl. Like, is Kryl constantly experiencing the visions of people around her to the extent that Fordola is? Because Fordola is, like, getting absolutely hammered by these visions non-stop. Is that what Kryl's going through? Or is it just that Kryl's used to it and Fordola's not? I've never known why I was given the Echo, but this makes me want to put it to good use. The forcible extraction of aether from a living subject is invariably fatal. How many died that Fordola might gain her new abilities? I don't know. I guess you can count the bodies out for now. They're in there. So is she like patient zero for this new etheric technology? I don't know. Deep sigh. I go looking for answers about the Echo and end up getting schooled by Raubon. Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people would listen to him and not me. General Alden is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority and how much I still have to learn. Raubon has a much stronger presence in this story than any of the other faction leaders. Like, I think Ronnie Sin is the name of the girl of the Twin Adder. And the Maelstrom, that Admiral lady, I don't remember her name. Those two don't really do much, but Raubon does a lot. Those other two just kind of show up for the finale and are like, yeah, sure, we support you know, whatever the Scions tell us, basically. Feels that way, at least. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? 'Tis a quandary which countless refugees now face. To continue the life they built in Ul'dah, or to start again in the land of their birth. Interesting situation where the refugees get back their land. But it's, you know, all fucked up from the Empire. Oh god, it's Pippin. Okay, a moment! God, I can't take Lalafell seriously, dude. They walk so goofy. I'm newly returned from Ul'dah with a message from the Sultana. Her Grace desires an audience with you. I'm not doing the voice anymore. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends. And he gives us a very, very crisp salute and then waddles away. An audience with the Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the general's future plans. Yes, we'd all like to know about those, Alphino, but not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Kay. Complete. Okay, so now we're gonna go talk to the Sultana, because she's invited us. I know I could learn so much from Raoban if he decided to stay, but it's his choice, and I'm not about to try and persuade him. Ul'dah needs him too. In case you're wondering, I'm not planning on staying in Alamigo. Too many bad memories. And besides, I like my new life. Fair enough. You're a Scion. It's hard to give that up. Oh shit, baby. We're getting food? They're gonna feed us? Alphino's thoughts appear to have turned from adventure to administration. He does this a lot. Alphino is Mr. Administration and logistics. Which is something that I like about the story. It takes time to like solve problems and like set up and solve problems that you wouldn't you know, think of as exciting things, and sometimes they're not very exciting, but they're interesting to me. I think it's cool that there's a lot of problems of logistics and support and planning, and I think that's a lot of fun. I like to see the characters talk to each other and solve problems. Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasures to good use shows no sign of answering itself. Shall we be about it, Ehrenwald? I am at your beck and call. And I should be getting back to my own tasks. I'll organize a squad to head down into the ruins, and then start preparing for a big meeting. Oh, send Nanamo my regards, Kay. Who? Is that the Sultana? And ours too, if you please. We shall see you on your return. What am I doing? We're visiting the Sultana now? Speak with Bartholomew and Ul'dah. Yes, we're visiting the Sultana. As Alphino figures out what to do with all that treasure. But the story really takes its time, and that's something I really enjoy. I mean, I'm a big fan of what's it called? Oh, hey, look, it's the people who be dancing. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That Lala's got drip. I respect it. What am I doing? Use the Aetheryte. I'm a big fan of the books by Brandon Sanderson. I'm blanking on the name. I have it over there. The Stormlight Archive books. Because, you know, there's a lot of planning in these books, and they're super long. And they're not all just action, although there's some really cool action, but they take a lot of time to set up problems, like administration. I'm not going to spoil anything, because I heavily recommend you read those books. But, like, logistics comes up a lot, and rank of... there's a certain part in one of the books where there's this... essentially this new class of citizen in this in this, I don't want to say empire, in this civilization, I suppose, this society, there's this new class of citizen that has risen up from the peasantry into a position of power and status, but no one's really entirely sure how they fit in an administrative capacity, and there's a lot of talking about how that works and what their role is in that society. It's very interesting, and a lot of stuff about, like, gender norms and what it means to accept responsibility is a common thing, and doing what has to be done even though you don't want to do it sometimes, and great books. But I digress. We're playing Final Fantasy XIV. Try to stay on topic here. You are expected, my lady. Please proceed. Oh, is she gonna talk to me? Why am I doing this? Is it just me who's talking to her?
I thank you for answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy.
I don't remember her. Okay, I guess she just wanted to talk to me, the Warrior of Light. Okay, I'm fine with that. I was just a little caught off guard. It is what it is.
The liberation of Alamigo will have
Smile.
far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel.
Okay. Where do Lalafels come from?
I speak of Rauban and his future.
Yes. Love him. Love Rauban.
All know the tale of his rise from penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate and General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Ul'dah home, it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Alamigo.
Oh shit, hold on. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I have a feeling. Okay, I'm setting my laptop's running really hot, so I'm setting up a little desk fan to point at the laptop and cool it down a bit. Hopefully, the buzzing isn't too bad for the microphone. We'll see. I think, well, obviously they are setting up Rauban coming into even more of a position of power. I take it back. I don't think he's not the leader of the faction of the fucking Immortal Flame or whatever. I think it's the Sultana, whatever. Oh my god, this fan is being really fiddly. I'm trying to, like, my desk situation is a little odd here. I'm like balancing it on wires and boxes. It's, it's not ideal. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that. Oh god, but you can totally hear the buzz. Oh, I can hear the buzz. It's bothering me. Okay, you know what? I kind of got it a little set up in a way that isn't the worst. Oh, wait, nope. There we go. Fan shenanigans, desk fan. Will this work? No. No. Buzz. Stop the buzz. Buzzy buzz. Okay, computer's just gonna run hot. Let's continue with the cutscene here. I don't know. Are they gonna instate him as a king? He has no technical claim to the throne. Perhaps they're gonna install a democracy. That would be super cool and based, but they're probably not gonna do that.
And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss.
Mm-hmm.
Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Alamigo and retaking his place at my side. I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend. But I have known the man a long time.
Shit.
And beneath that steely gaze,
Flint wants back in the room. Here we go. Come on. He's getting more irritable because in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, it's walk time. And he's looking forward to that. But I've known that man for a long time. And beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt. Well, yeah. Oh, nope, Chewie's barking. Someone else showed up. It's hangout night at my house. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, I would be hesitant too, handing over a bunch of land to a monarch. That land is, you know, forever going to be under their control. Thankfully, every monarch in this game seems to be like, or this monarch seems to be like a very, what would you call, benevolent. So she's probably going to suggest giving the territory to Raubon.
Whether Raubon chooses to remain in Uldar or return to Alamigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret.
Is Alamigo, did that used to be under the territory of Uldar? Oh my god, Flint went out of the room again. Ah! Ah, dumb boy. Dumb fella. Right, okay. I only wish that he does so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret. Is what Namo says. What a stupid name. It's not that bad. So did Alamio used to belong to Uldar? I don't know if that was ever brought up. Or maybe it was its own territory, and that's why there's a big refugee crisis in Uldar. I don't remember.
Yet, how can he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him? It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears.
Ah, so she's gonna go out.
Might I have your company for a brief adventure?
Yeah, well, being stuck in the palace will stilt your view, that's for sure.
Wonderful. Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous, and I will join you outside.
I guess it does make it would make sense for a monarch to be able to just walk around freely in the city, provided they look different. I mean, in ye olden times, a peasant wouldn't know exactly what the king they live under looks like. So, unless you're like, I forget the name of the king. Unless you're Louis the 14th, and you're just really unlucky and get spotted and then beheaded, you know, I suppose it would be uncommon for at least peasants to recognize you. Now, where is she? Okay, she's over here. Now I don't know. The nobility is probably a lot more likely to recognize you. That's for sure. Being more educated and probably having heard descriptions and seen paintings of you or something like that. But I digress. Man. Action camera. Nanamo got drip, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That, like, coat she's wearing looks like mad cozy. What do you think, Lalira, the merchant's daughter? This is the disguise I donned when we wished to leave the palace and observe my subjects unnoticed. Ordinarily, Papashan would accompany me, but for this particular outing, I need an advisor, not a minder. That is why I requested your company. Over the course of your adventures, you have met people from all walks of life in every corner of Eorzea, and I would make use of your worldly experience. Now let us be on our way. Our first destination is Stone's Throw, just beyond the Gate of Nald. That is a fucking hysterical name. That's so good. It's called Stone's Throw because it is a stone's throw away from the gate. Okay. Oh, yeah, these guys have the key above their head because I played Black Mage for like 30 seconds and didn't really enjoy it. And killing them is part of the Black Mage first quest. Look upon this procession of tattered tents. These refugees camp in squalor, at the mercy of the elements and Thanalan's predators both. The city's mighty walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is, and unless blessed by the hand of Nald himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Ul'dah. 20 years have passed since the fall of Alamigo, and 5 since the Calamity. Yet the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. As Sultana, the blame falls upon me. You've done your best, my grace. Your hands have been tied, my grace. Her hands have been tied, from what I remember. I didn't need to change the resolution there. I think her hands have been tied, if I remember properly. Because of her reliance on the Merchants Guild. I think some of her decisions are still reliant on support from a lot of factions within Ul'dah. And a lot of the merchants were... I don't think they were very happy about the surge of refugees. I don't remember why. Probably some evil plans or something. I don't remember. But I'll say your hands have been tied, your grace. Yes, my authority is limited, and that is an obstacle I must work to overcome. Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's fine. Yeah, the monarch will seize more power. Shall we press on? I would follow the road to the unholy hair. Here. Ugh. Okay. This is an interesting little event where we're guiding the Sultana around her land and giving her an overview of the area. Now, it's a very small refugee camp outside the walls for an entire, like, civilization of refugees, you know, coming into your border, coming into your capital city. So I'm sure that's due to like restrictions or whatever. I don't know how many refugees came to Ul'dah and how many of those people stayed under the rule of the Imperials. It was here in this wholly unremarkable place that my mother and father met their doom. This is not unremarkable, dude. This is a weird fucking location, but I guess in Final Fantasy it's unremarkable. Look at that, you've got like giant toads in the water. Toxic toads. And like this strange tree growing from the top of I don't know what to call this thing, some pillar. Whatever, man. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our interests in East Thanalan, and when an untimely rock slide crushed their carriage. To this day, it is not certain if the incident was simple misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Raban once offered to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth he assumed I must surely craved, but I refused. Even if my parents' death were orchestrated by the monetarists? I forgot that's what they were called. Monetarists, dude. The evil of money. We could only have brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biddable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Thus did I plan to strip the merchants of their power and place our nation in the hands of its citizens. Oh my god, dude. The fucking benevolent monarch here. I was so mistaken. She wanted to... Well, what do you mean place our nation in the hand of its citizens? Is this some kind of bullshit where, like, I am the will of the people because I am the monarch? Or like, you vote for whoever's in charge and the position of that is just called the Sultana or Sultan. I don't know. I'm asking questions and I know they will never be answered. Quite unaware of the consequences my actions would have for you and yours, I shudder to think how many goodly souls paid the price of my naivety. But I am no longer a child, reciting words I am no longer a child, reciting words with witless obedience, and I will not be used as a pawn in the monitorous damnable games. Huh. Forgive me my outburst. You are one of the few people to whom I feel I can speak my mind. Come, let us return to Ul'dah and visit the Colosseum. Okay, that was cool. I guess we're just going back. That was fun. I don't really feel like flying back. God, dude, bothers me how hot the laptop runs, but kind of just is what it is. Well, because it's like, it's hot. You know, I could cook an egg on this motherfucker, bro. Actually, I had to take out the battery from my laptop. Yeah, it's by the Gladiators Guild. I had to take out the battery from my laptop because it bloated so much. It was like bending the chassis and the keyboard, and that's bad, obviously. So it runs a little less hot than it used to, because obviously the battery would heat up, and that's not good. That doesn't feel right when your battery's running hot. It feels like it's gonna like blow up or something. But still, well, now I just don't have a battery in my laptop, and you know, that's not good. So I gotta get a new battery, but that costs like $80 or more, and I can't just sling around that kind of money. I don't even have that kind of money to give around, but I'm just working with what I got here. Hopefully the laptop does not like explode and die on me. I forgot to mention this earlier, but I changed my hair. It used to be short hair. One side kind of had one side was shaved in a pattern, but now it's in a loose ponytail. I thought this looked good, and you know, mix it up now and then. From the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust into an endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. For years, I simply signed wherever I was told to sign, and sat where I was told to sit, blissfully oblivious to what any of it meant. Yet one good thing did come from that ignominious chapter in my life, for it was during an official visit to the Colosseum that I first met Rauban. The match I had been invited to attend was not at all what I expected. They had pitted the Bull of Alamigo against some dozen or so rival gladiators. Blinkered, though I was, that's a word, blinkered? Dude, you know they got the, like, English masters, English master degree people to write these scripts, because sometimes they'll just pull out, like, obscure literary references, or not that obscure, and use words like blinkered. Although I might just be capping my ignorance here. Blinkered though I was, I would not stand for so obvious an injustice, and demanded to see a fair fight, one man against another. And my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I learned of the gambling ring, which had arranged for Rauban to die on the sands that day. Damn. Regardless, my intervention meant that Rauban had but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did. And when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. Surrounded as I was by liars and manipulators, I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theater. But as you know, Rauban is a man of his word. Though it took him another 5 years of fighting on the blood sands, he amassed a fortune so great as to buy not only his freedom, but a seat on the syndicate. You can just buy that? Is the syndicate the like council? Is that like you or is it like a parliament type thing? I don't know. And then I had my blade, referring to Rauban, I assume. Oh shit! You got some Advil? I guess this is the event, huh? He's got his arm. I love these little cutscenes. Woo! Raubon! Woo! Dubsky.
Your Grace, you mustn't! The danger is too great! Please, Your Grace, come back! I beg of you!
Nah, bro, she's waddling. Oh my gosh, what a jump!
You're the one who needs looking after, Master Shop. Raubon!
Your Grace. I have kept the promise made.
Okay.
So you have, and in turn, so too shall I
How
keep mine.
old was she when she got put on the throne?
With your winnings, you have become one of the 6 most wealthy souls in all Ul'dah. And so, as tradition dictates, Rauben Aldin, you have earned yourself a
What?
seat on the
That's how it
Senate.
works?
May your new station garner you still greater glories.
I am honored, Your Grace, and vow to serve with every fiber of my
There's a
being.
fucking leaderboard, and if you're the top of the money leaderboard, you're on the council? That makes all the decisions and
Long live the Sultana, and long live Ul'dah!
that's the most ridiculous fucking stupid form of government I think I've ever heard. How did that happen? How did that get instated? There has to be some explanation for this that I forgot. That must make sense. Man, this city's in a bad state if that's their form of governance. Words cannot well express what that man means to me. There are others who care deeply for my well-being, of course. Papa Shan's love for me is that of a grandsire for his grandchild. Wait, okay, so what's the relationship between the Syndicate and the Sultana? Do they have to rubber stamp all of the Sultan's decisions? Or is it the other way around? Do they, I guess they require each other? I guess they are the form of, like, parliament. But it's still bad. It's just, I don't like it. It's so bad. But, you know, it's interesting. It adds drama. But upon matters of governance, I cannot turn to bodyguards and maidservants for counsel. Raubon, with the authority of his syndicate position, was the first sword I could wield. His was the only edge which could cut the strings that bound me. Oh, okay. Food time. I don't really ever use food. But, you know, I'll take some tea. I'm sure it's useful. I've just never used it. It almost seems lost in thoughts of the past. We must make haste. My absence will not go unnoticed by the Sultan sworn for long, and there are other places I would visit. To... oh, dear God. Arzaneth Ossuary. Arzaneth Ossuary. Ossuary. Okay. Is that out through here? Down the steps of Nald? It'll bring us there. Oh, it's by the Thaumaturge's Guild. Okay, I have that fast travel point unlocked. Yeah, that's a ridiculous form of government. The wealthiest people in the city get to decide its policies? Oh my god. Like, with what? That seems like it would lead to very bad outcomes. Which evidently it has. Because the city of Ul'dah is in like shit shape. Why are there so many laws here? When the calamity threatened, Raubon led the Alliance forces into battle on the plains of Cardno, and I remained here. I prayed with all my heart that Archon Louisoix, is that it? Louisoix would have the power to rouse the 12. Since that day, I have made a custom of visiting this shrine during each of my little excursions. Here, I seek the blessing of Thal, reflect upon my choices, and ask myself if I am fulfilling my duties as Sultana. Okay. You are rightly celebrated as a champion because you have led the line in 100 battles for the good of Eorzea. In much the same way, I believe the measure of a monarch lies in how she leads her people in times of adversity. If I am to be a sultana worthy of the name, I cannot turn a blind eye to the troubles facing Ul'dah. I have chosen my path, Kay. And with Al Amigo now freed from imperial chains, I finally see a way to aid the refugees. Oh, really? What's that? Already, many displaced Alamegans seek to begin the long trek home. To facilitate that process... Okay. To facilitate that process, I have made a small contribution. An artisan's school in Ralger's Reach for any who wish to learn new trades. Realistically, however, it will take years for such training to yield tangible benefits. Yeah. For sure. Although that is a small contribution, although I think that's a good idea. Some public education system so they can, you know, go back and rebuild their city or their country. That's cool. But we do not have years. These people will need shelter and employment if they are to survive. And this time, the Ul'dah treasury shall provide. Ah, now I know what that treasure under the sea is for, under the lake. Precisely where and how we allocate the necessary funds is, of course, another question. Might you ask a member of the syndicate for advice? Why not seek the advice of one who employs refugees? Of one who employs refugees? Wow, don't ask a member of the syndicate for advice, because they're just going to tell you, oh yeah, give me the money, I'll fix it. I don't trust the people on the syndicate. I don't know if they're trustworthy. Why not seek the advice of one who employs refugees? I guess that's a better option than just saying nothing. A wise suggestion. Mayhap a visit to the gold saucer is in order? What? Its proprietor is a member of the syndicate, of course it is. And he is one of the few who pay refugees a fair wage. The fucking casino? Oh my god, I wonder, are you acquainted with Godbert Manderville? No, apparently not. Ah, well, he is a most generous man, if something of an eccentric. Let us make our way to the landing, and I will see that word is sent to the gold saucer. Godbert should be only too glad to receive us. Oh my god, a member. One of the members of your ruling body owns the biggest casino on the planet? I assume the biggest casino on the planet? Where is this? Airship landing. This seems rife for corruption. But yeah, let's go to the guy who owns the casino and pays his workers minimum wage. Let's see if he can help us out. I have ridden aboard a public airship before, but this shall be my first visit to the Golden Saucer. I must confess to some excitement. He's on your council. How have you never... Whatever. Oh. To the Golden Saucer. I haven't actually attuned to the Aether right here. I should do that. I've been here like a single time. If I recall correctly. Before I speak to you, I'm gonna go... man, this place is pretty. That's how they get you. I am gonna attune to this Aetherite. Pretty cool seeing all the people here. They do have classy music. Every JRPG has always got like a casino. What's up with that? I played through Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age. And they've got like casinos everywhere. Like there's like 3 casinos in that game. What's up with that? Whatever. I had heard descriptions of its splendor, yet I never dreamed it would be so bright and inviting. No, I couldn't possibly... We did not come here to fritter away the royal coin. Oh, come on. Sultana, just, you know, all you gotta do is allocate a certain amount of money. And don't spend more than that. Godbert will be expecting us. Come, let us head directly to the lounge and ignore these gaudy temptations. Sultana? Am I gonna find you, like, smoking? What do they got here? They got drugs. They got that good kush. This is so pretty. What is this, like a jumping thing? Do you have to... Are they just... Whoa! that caught me off guard. Is this just like a jumping thing though? Like you see if you can get all the way up there? What is he doing? Oh, he's in a queue. He's just waiting for his like dungeon. Oh, they're up there. Shoot me. Oh, gotta tune to this. Alright. I believe this is where we are to meet Lord Manderville. Shall we sit while we await his coming? No. I will stand. I refuse to sit. Yeah, how's the weather? Oh, yeah, very pretty around here. My apologies, Your Grace. I have kept you waiting. No apologies are necessary, Godbert. My request was sudden, and you were kind to make yourself available at such short notice. When the holy shit, learn to speak. When the Sultana herself comes calling, there is no more important engagement. We're gonna be brought to his office. Okay, we're just gonna talk here. Cool. As to the purpose of my visit, I would have your thoughts on how the Crown might best aid the refugees residing in Thanalan. Oh my fucking god, I accidentally skipped the cutscene. I hit B then A. God damn it. Okay, you know what? In cutscenes from now on, I'm gonna set the fucking controller down. Okay, well, God knows how that shit went. Okay, well, we're gonna figure it out, I guess. I don't know if... Is there a way to rewatch it? Whatever. You know what? We'll, we're smart. I'm sure we can piece it together. Anamo appears to be reassessing her plans. Profit. The thought never even crossed my... He did exactly what I fucking thought he would. That Weasel was like, ah, yeah, we can make so much money. I imagine that's what he did, at least. I don't know. Maybe it's about to be revealed that he didn't do that. But standing about lamenting my naivety will not do anyone any good. I shall consider my lesson learned and press on. I was fucking correct, dude. Okay, are you perchance acquainted with any successful merchants? Why are we still asking merchants? Did you not just learn your... Okay, you know what? I will say that the merchants are probably better to consult on this than the guy who owns the casino. Sure, that's better, yeah. If my attempt at philanthropy is obliged to reap a profit, it would seem wise to consult someone with a knack for business. Oh. We're just going with this, aren't we? Ordinarily, I would not trust any agent of the East Aldenard Trading Company, but if you hold this Hancock fellow in high esteem, I am content to be led by you. You may repay my faith by journeying to distant Kugane and speaking with him on my behalf. Great. Awesome. Eager though I am to visit those shores, I have not the leisure for a lengthy sea voyage. Now, assuming you will travel as adventurers are wont to do, I shall await your report by the Aetheryte in Old Awe. A fair journey to you, Kay, and a swift one, if you please. You told me to go to Kugane, bro. I mean, yeah, sure, I can attune to the Aetheryte here, but, like, that shit takes forever. Okay, I don't quite know what we're doing. Dear God. And it doesn't even tell me. Is there a way to check quests that I've done before? Yes, okay. A Realm Reborn, no. Through to Shadowbringers. Not through to Shadowbringers, though. Is it Chronicles of a New Era? Side quest? No. Endwalker. Oh, okay, here we go. Stormblood. Post Stormblood. A Sultana's Duty. It doesn't have a... it doesn't even have a description. I don't even know what the fuck she... Oh my god. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Nice. I'm gonna guess... Oh, there's one crystal I'm missing here. I'll go get that crystal before we consult Hancock. My guess is that the merchant man said something about, you know, we can be philanthropic but still turn mad profit, yo, because this is gonna be mad expensive. How can we... And the Sultana's like, I don't know, I guess that's a good idea, maybe? But this has to be, like... Hopefully this doesn't go poorly. Oh, man. You know, earlier I asked, where do Lalafels come from? And, you know, I don't want to know anymore. The more I think about it, the more I don't want to know. You have attuned yourself to all the Aetherite shards in Kugane. The Ruby Prince and Kugane airship landing are now accessible via... Okay, cool. The Ruby Price. What is a Ruby Price? What? Oh, it's there. Cool. And the airship landing. Okay, cool. Teleport me there because I'm too lazy to walk. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. I'm going to be clueless for a little bit. Sorry about that. I'm sure I could look it up, but, you know, we'll just pretend we're playing the Dark Souls games, and we'll piece the story together from descriptions and the few dialogue things we get. Okay. To what do I owe the... I still don't really trust this guy, but it is what it is. He's proven himself trustworthy because he worked with the other Lalafell lady. What's her name? Tataru. Yeah. Okay, to what do I owe the pleasure? Are you here on business? Yes, I'm here on busyness. I beg your pardon? Her Grace the Sultana would have my opinion on how best to invest the wealth of Ul'dah? Oh, okay. I understand. So we're gonna put money into something. It's gonna get more money. And then we're gonna use that money to fund the plight of the refugees somehow. We're not sure how we're gonna do that yet, or what that's gonna be used for, but that is the plan, I assume. My dear Kay, I have you to thank for this recognition, I am sure, and I am flattered that you came to me, truly flattered. But why settle for a lowly apprentice when you could have the master? Upon matters of profit, there is no living soul better qualified to advise her grace than Chairman Lalarito, a man whose morning exertions are said to fill his garderobe with gold. Do you mean his when he wakes up and pees? What is a garderobe? What? When he poops? Okay. I'd be happy to arrange a meeting for you, say, at the Scion's former headquarters in Thanalan. The Waking Sands would seem a suitably neutral retinue or venue for negotiations, don't you think? Fare you well, Kay, and may your dealings prove fruitful. Don't we not... I'm pretty sure we don't trust... what's that loser's name? Lalarito. Don't we dislike Lalarito? I thought he proved himself untrustworthy. Or did he prove himself trustworthy? I don't know. It's by the Aetherite, yeah. Around here somewhere. What up? They're still here. Dude. That guy still got drip. Can't even be mad. Fucking respect. Plus rep. Boom. Welcome back, Kay. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share? With Lalarito? And you agreed to this? I am well aware of his standing in the field of business. but I had hoped to keep the monitress at arm's length, and him in particular. Nay, I cannot live in fear of the man. I must learn how to treat him if I am to rule Ul'dah effectively. Very well, I will meet with Olorito. Let us go on ahead to the Waking Sands and prepare for his coming. Here we go. And there we go. We start walking, I guess. Oh shit, here we are. That was quick. This reminds me of when Menfilia was still alive. Rip to a real one, bro. So this is where the Scions first congregated. I have heard many tales, but never had occasion to visit. To work then. The hour of the meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. Pray see to it that we have appointed the room to ourselves. So I just walk in and say, hey, get out. And then everyone leaves.
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help.
This guy sounds like the guy. Oh, what's the guy who played the Joker? And Luke Skywalker. Is it Matt something? What's his name? Fuck, Mark Hamill. It sounds like Mark Hamill doing his kind of like a little bit of the Joker voice from the animated cartoon. But I could be off on this. It might not be Mark Hamill. Right, I'm putting the fucking controller down. I'm putting it down on the table. So we don't skip the cutscene on accident again. Why are they wearing that?
You have made your point. 'Tis indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask.
You can see the lower half of her face.
There, would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira? Hmm?
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I'm glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
By all means. I must say I am most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate. But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Ul'dah and Alamigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more. To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Ul'dah. Huh, I am impressed, Your Grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gear Abania, and you know the land far better than I.
About to ask
Which of the
me?
settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
You're just leaving this to me? Oh my god, I don't fucking remember. I don't remember what any of these places are. Allegheny, Alleganha, Allegheny, the Saltery. I have no recollection of where these places are. Of where these places are or the conditions that they are in. I guess I'm just gonna fucking pick one. Any, mini, money, mo, catch your tiger by the toe. If you always let him go, any, mini, money, mo. I'll go with the Saltery.
Ah, yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Sel.
Sure.
I know the Saltery and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient, and in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gill.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenar Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ounce of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to
That sounds
the
bad.
enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders.
But what about the
Just
conditions
as
of your
Your Grace
workers?
desired.
Aching every ounce of profit? Are they gonna be... How much are they paid?
A deal is struck then.
But where's the profit coming from? It comes from not building restrooms on site and instead just digging holes, I suppose. I fear it will be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such negotiations. But I shall not complain. We have piqued Lolorito's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you, Kay. I could not have done it without you. I don't know what a persimmon is. I'll take that. Oh, it's like a small thing, fruit thing. I've had a persimmon before now that I think about it. They're pretty good. I recommend them. Our course is decided. We shall return to the palace and have my ministers begin work on implementing the particulars of the plan. Wow, a lot of P's. If I could prevail upon... Oh, fucking goddamn it. If I could prevail upon you one more time, Kay, I would ask that you convey the details of our negotiations to Commander Hext on your return to Alamigo. Hext. Lease. Right, yeah. My thanks again. Together we have laid the groundwork for an endeavor which promises to benefit the peoples of Alamigo and Uldal both. Cool. Sure hope so. Man, I'm spending a lot of fucking money on this teleporting stuff. Boom. The teleporting sound sounds like the vine boom. Oh, you guys are all just hanging out around here, huh? In the rain, outside. This is just the street corner to do this on, I suppose. Welcome back, Kay. How's your audience with the Sultana? You'll learn. In your absence, I have kept myself busy cataloging the riches of the Mad King's trove and calculating its worth in gil. I have some way to go, but the figure is already quite staggering. Whisker. Albert Wesker. Wesker! Greetings, Kay. I'm actually in the middle of reporting to the commander here, so... Who are you? I think you're one of the people that works for Lease. revolutionary or some shit. I don't remember. Oh, I feel it. We're reading shit out loud. Yep. Okay, you're back. What did Nanamo... Oh, sorry. Are you allowed to talk about your audience with the Sultana? So, Raoban says he's going to return to Ul'dah, but she isn't sure he wants to. Tell us something we don't know. But I'm pleased to hear she's committed to helping our refugees come home. And this plan to revitalize the Saltery does make a lot of sense. Quite how you convinced her to seek Lolarito's help is another question. After all that has happened, he's the very last person I would expect her to turn to for advice. But on a more practical note, Lise, assuming the interim government elects to accept Ul'dah's proposal, I have one caveat I should like you to include in the bargain. Okay, I suppose Lise is in charge of the interim government. How that interim government works, not sure. Doesn't really matter that much, I suppose, for the grand overarching plot. Alamigo has been permitted to cover a portion of the investment. We have a fortune at our disposal, after all, and allowing Ul'dah to provide the entirety of the capital will afford Lolarito too much control. Honestly, Alphino, it's like Kugane never happened. What exactly does a ruthless profiteer have to do to earn your trust? Yeah, fucking Alphino's sick, dude. I love this guy. But yes, you do make a good point. First things first, we need to discuss this proposal with the Saltery's residents. Whiskar, how do you fancy explaining the Sultana's plan to your grandfather? I'd like to hear what Watt thinks of the idea before agreeing to anything. I don't know who Watt is. I don't remember. Right away, Commander. Would you mind coming along, Kay? I might need to fill you in on the details. Then I shall come as well. Should Watt wish to discuss figures, my knowledge of the nation's finances may prove useful. Alright, cool. Wave goodbye and make your gestures before we walk off. Alright, cool. They're gonna go without me, but I'll catch up, I assume. I'll have to give Nanamo my thanks next time we meet. With this and everything else that's been happening, it really feels like things are gathering place around here. I'm leaving the business of dividing up the treasure to those who know about such things. I'm not proud to admit it, but every time I see a column of numbers, my eyes glaze over. One of these days, I'll have to ask Alphino to explain it to me all. Explain it all to me. Man, I feel that. Numbers, ugh. Not the biggest fan. Was never a big fan of math class, although you know, there is a beauty to it. Shame I just suck at art. There's definitely a technique to it. I see why people really like math and stuff like that, but I never really developed an appreciation for it beyond an admiration of people who are good at it. You know, because it's a skill that you get better at. Ugh, I wish I could fly. Like, this is the last area in the DLC, and it just feels a little like, meh. I don't know, it doesn't land for me as like a cool, epic location. Although it is... Okay, well, let me amend that statement. It is a cool, epic location, but it doesn't feel climactic. I suppose that's what the garden was for. Ideally, one would want Alamigo's stake to match Ul'dah's skill for Gil, in combination with a cast iron contract that should serve to prevent Lolarito from making off with all the profits. Let's go and see Granddaddy's gonna want to hear this. Oh, this is the dude in the basement of that one house, I think. What manner of mischief brings you young'uns to Old Watt this time, eh? This was in like the basement of that house over there or something when we were going to free the South Alamigan quarter or something. They want to rebuild the Saltery, Granddad. Okay, tell them about the deal. Yeah, here's all the details. Well, bugger me. We've never had the coin or the hands to put the place back to how it was. But it sounds like that's about to change with this guy like an accountant. But there's just one small wrinkle in your plan. It doesn't account for all the nasties queuing up to eat anyone who goes near the shore. The king used to send soldiers to cool the buggers. But the Imperials weren't about to help the likes of us. Don't worry, Granddad will take care of all that. Commander Hex has been talking about starting up regular patrols, and I'm sure she'd assign me to the lock if I asked. I'd appreciate that, Whisker, my lad, truly I would. So, does this mean you've gotten better with that blade of yours? I've been training, but mostly to kill Imperials. I have a feeling we're about to be told to go kill a bunch of monsters. Yep. You've some experience hunting monsters, don't you, Kay? Think you could cast an eye over a few of the local beasties and teach me how to deal with them? Let's not waste time then. I'll see you by the lock. Sure. Whilst you are busy... big yawn. Whilst you are busy attending to the local fauna, I shall have Master Watt explain to me exactly what is required to restore the Saltery to its former glory. Good hunting. Speak to Whisker and use the telescope to observe a yabby? That's what they're called? Right then, Kay. I've got a spyglass here you can use to take a closer look at these pests. Once you've got their measure, you can tell me what to do, and we'll see how well I get on. Ugh. Search your surroundings for yabbies. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a yabby and inspect it with RT or A. Okay. Are these yabbies? You've been inspected. Inspected again. Boom. It's just standing there, isn't it? Boom. Again. Is its head the weak point? No. Claws? No. Perhaps lower point in the hide? No. I don't know what I'm supposed to be targeting here. Oh dear God. What about, this is the only one. Okay. Not claws. Is it this point? No. Is it this point? No. Is it the legs? No. Is it this leg? No. Is it just the tail? No. I'm hitting it everywhere. Execute, observe. I'm trying here, man. I'm not getting anything. I'm sorry, Whisker. The thing is fucking unstoppable. It cannot be killed. Leaf tracking? No. Okay, well, it's got to be done in here somehow. Okay, we're just going real slow. Each little area here. Is it this point in the tail? No. Is it... If I do it there? No. If I do it there? No. What if I do the tippy tip? No. Damn. I'm gonna feel... Look, I could look it up, but I'm gonna feel real stupid when I do. I'm gonna feel very dumb. And I'm gonna cry. Piss my pants. In shame and anger. I'm looking it up. We're gonna look it up. Final Fantasy XIV Yabby weak point. Okay, I found a Reddit thread here. The underside of its head. No. No. Aim at the jaw. Yes. It did it for like a moment. It did something. Is it these little under tusks thing? Oh my god. I swear to God. I hit somewhere similar to there. But you know what? I did it. I'm a legend. Expert monster spotter. The Yabby's entire body is protected by a hard carapace, but the underside of the head looks soft and vulnerable. That's the narration voice. Ah, looks like you found a Yabby. They say hitting their shells like smacking a rock. Any suggestions? Yeah, hit the jaw. Aim for the soft underside of the head, I guess. Which is a weird weak point. You'd think it's the stomach, but no. Vulnerable under the head, are they? Right then. Wish me luck. Oh, you go for it. Nice. What an epic job you just did, Whiskar. Legendary. Truly. Thanks, Kay. I did just as you told me, and the wavekin went down like a sack of popatoes. Sure. Let's find something else. Oh, we're just killing shit now, aren't we? Okay. Someone was like, Yoshi P was like, oh, why don't we have a mini game where you look at shit, hit with a telescope, and then you hit the button. Integral. I'm feeling immersed right now. This is neat, though. I do like this. We're helping the people of Alamigo become a bit more independent. I suppose Whiskar is going to take this knowledge and go teach it to more Alamigans, and they're going to have regular patrols going around. I think I can handle the Yabbies now, so we should try something different. What else is out there? Search your surroundings for Phobads. Okay, well, I have a feeling the Phobad is going to be right in front of me. Yeah, it is. The mouth. No. Hit the pinky finger. What are those little rocks there? No. Hit the thumb. No. Phobad's eye? Oh, shit. I saw it for just a second. Ah. Oh, dear God, the imprecision of controller movement. That's the eye. That's the forehead. I saw the text appear on screen. I don't think it's on the hands. No. Oh. Okay. Yeah, of course. You had to aim for like where a nose would be. And that's where it counts for the eye. Should have thought of that the first time. My analytics. The Phobad's hands are large and powerful, but destroying its crystallized core should render the salt golem inanimate. You sense power pulsating from behind its brow. Alright, stream's doing healthy. Not having any problems with connection at all. That's good. Ugh, Phobad. How do I defeat one of those? Destroy the core within its brow. Just hit it really, really hard. As hard as you can. I'll tell them how to do it. Although I am curious what happens if you just tell them to hit the thing really, really hard. Inside its head, is it? I'll try to stab it right between the eyes then. You get him, Whisker. Whisker. That thing looks so goofy. Defeated. Looks like squished. Looks like a melted marshmallow. Like someone built a little hut of little mud man and then squished it. Oh, that's good. It's not easy. Fighting with the liberator of Alamigo, watching your every move. but I got the job done. Thanks for the advice, Kay. I feel a lot better prepared for my patrols now. Any road, we should head back to the Saltery before Grandad starts to worry I've been snipped into pieces and fed to a Yabby's hatchlings. Snip, snip. And so when we get back, maybe Alphino will have, figured out what to do with the money? I don't know. No, Alphino didn't go with us. Excuse me. Or did he? No, he did. We're talking to his granddad. Talking to Watt, I think. Yeah. Yeah. For the Merchants of Old... For the Merchants of Oldal, a well-constructed contract is both sword and shield, and Watt must understand this if we are to meet them on an even field. Speaking of battles, does Whiskar seem equal to the task of thinning the Loch's monster population? He certainly seemed eager enough. I see you've returned in one piece. Dealt with those beasties then? I fought them myself, after a bit of instruction from Kay here like. Once I've shared what I've learned with the others, we should have no problem keeping the shoreline clear. That's cool. Good lad. A fine young man you've become, Whisker. A fine young man indeed. Too late of often, I hear tales of folk over in the city, drunk on victory and hungry for revenge, their heads stuck firmly in the past. But we need to set our sights on the future, on things which will improve our lot. Things like getting the Saltery ready to welcome our long-lost countrymen. Okay, cool. I have a feeling that those things we just killed, I already forgot their names, they're gonna keep respawning. They're not gone forever. Interesting. Cool. Is this it for the quests on this patch? Let's check. How far are we? No, we've got just a couple more before the end of this patch. Maybe once we clear through this patch's quests, we'll call it there. Because I'm getting all tired, and Flint's giving me puppy eyes for a walk, so continue that. It seems Whisker has the Saltery security well in hand. I, meanwhile, have discussed the next steps with Master Watt and completed my inspection of the site. With a little work, the vacant buildings here could be made into very presentable dwellings. Message from General Alden. Apologies for the interruption, miss, but the General would speak with you at your earliest convenience. Okay. Do not feel obliged to wait around on my account. I will remain here to hammer out the finer details with Watt and act as an intermediary with our business partners in Ul'dah. You should go. General Alden asks that you wait for him by the main gate in the Alamegan Quarter. My apologies again, miss. Fare you well. Okay. I wonder what he wants to talk about. He's probably... I don't know. Well, it's going to be something about him staying or leaving, I'd assume. Staying or leaving in Ul'dah. And his thoughts on Alamigo. We shall see. We shall see. Hey, what up? Another white mage flower. What up? Yo, wearing the same drip I got. Let's go. Putting the controller down.
Apologies for the wait. People are screaming for the butcher's blood again. No sooner have we broken up one mob than another forms. Thankfully, all have been amenable to reason. thus far. But it is no concern of yours. We must speak of the men Arenvald and his comrades apprehended in the peaks.
By their uniforms, the captives were first judged to be Imperial troops. But after further investigation, their true identities came to light. I dare say you remember Yuyuhasi and Laurentius, the fugitives who conspired with Captain Ilberd in the Crystal Brave's betrayal.
Maybe.
It would seem they followed him all the way to the wall. It was they who orchestrated the slaughter of the resistance fighters prior to the Griffin's infernal ritual.
Were it in your hands, how would you punish these men?
Well, they betrayed the Crystal Braves, which was a important learning moment for Alphino. And they did something with the wall. I don't remember what Pippin said. I wasn't paying enough attention. I was thinking about what the pause button was on PC or on the keyboard. I can't remember what the because on controller you press Y and it disables text auto advance, but I don't know what the button is on the keyboard. And I was thinking about what that button was. But anyways, I guess I'll say execution is not the answer. That kind of fits with our white mage thing.
You would spare these animals. Yours is a more merciful brand of justice than mine.
What can I say? I'm a real saint.
In any event, I thank you for your honesty. When the time comes for the Alliance to pass judgment, I'll see that your opinion is heard. Well, that concludes our business here. But there is more I would say. Walk with me. I bear a share of the blame for Ilberd's atrocities. Had I openly supported the cause of Alamegan liberation, he might not have felt driven to do what he did.
Ilberd. Who is Ilberd? I don't remember who Ilberd is. Whatever.
Things could have been different, and I'm sorry they aren't. But even after all that has happened, my homeland is free. With the Scions and the Alliance at their side, my countrymen have reclaimed what many thought lost forever. Under her new leadership, I have every confidence that Alamigo will emerge from the shadow of the Empire and rise once more to greatness. Which means my work here is done. Soon I will return to Uldar and take my place at the Sultana's side.
Father...
I'll not deny there's a part of me that wants to stay. The same part that contemplated renouncing my rank and joining you as a wandering sellsword.
Yo, Raban, do it. Or maybe don't. Probably best
But
not.
I pledged my blade to Nanamo, and I will not betray that.
Nanamo? Okay, I guess that's how you say it. That's how he says it.
Is this truly what you want, Father?
Well, okay,
It is. Ever has my sword been hers to command, and ever shall it remain.
Okay, so there's like this oath thing going on, and that's cool. But I do think it does remain a good strategic position for Raoban to remain a position of power in the Flames, the Immortal Flames, because the Sultana is still weak over there, from what I understand. And Raoban backs the Sultana, and the Sultana has our best interests in mind, or at least is more aligned with the Scion's interests of, you know, stopping the Garlean Empire and world destruction, or whatever the fuck the Garleans are planning. You know, they're more in line with our interests, so it's probably better for him to stay. If he left, don't get me wrong, he'd probably still have a lot of influence in Ul'dah, but his attention would be split. And it's that probably wouldn't be best long term. But still, this oath stuff, you know, I can see that. I can see why he would feel such a strong need to stay with the Sultana, considering that she saved his life. It's fair enough, I say.
Thank you for lending an ear. When all the rest are clamoring for me to stay, I trust you'll send me on my way.
Sometimes you do have to be an adult and make good adult decisions. And not just, you know, uproot everything and become a sellsword when you could do a lot more in your current position. Ehrenwald seems flustered. Something is amiss. I was just on my way to the Saltery. It's lucky I saw you. Oh no. That took longer than I intended, but at least you know where I stand. Yeah, that took all night. Now that's settled. Ehrenwald, what's news? What news? We may have a problem, sir. A group of Ananta has arrived at the main gates, and I don't mean the Vira. These are Kalyana, the ones that summoned the Primal. Ah, so the snake people? They're insisting that they be allowed to attend the council. Lise is trying to reason with them, but she may need help. An invitation was extended to all of the native beast tribes, but we assumed the Kalyana would refuse it out of hand. We had best go see it for ourselves. Pippin, take command of our forces and be ready for battle. Okay, so this is where... Okay, you've dealt with these Kalyana before. I'd have you at my side. Yeah, of course. So this is where the interim government is meeting with the locals in the area, that being the... Why did I call them out? I'm gonna have to talk to this guy. That being the locals in this area and the beast tribes. And we're gonna discuss, you know, basically what's gonna happen next in Alamigo. What kind of government is gonna form, and all that good stuff. I guess we're having some kind of like I wouldn't call it a constitutional convention. I don't know if we're even drafting a constitution. Just kind of talking about what to do next, I suppose. It's just kind of a general meeting. I think you can go up here and you'll get to the bridge that way. Ugh. What the heck? That is a weird looking thing. Plant. Scorpion thing. Sorry for not providing the most exciting of commentary. It's getting, it's not necessarily getting late. As you can see, it's 8:16 where I am. But I am getting tired. I did decide to start streaming a little later in the day than I would have liked to. It took me a while to kind of work up the nerve to hit the start streaming button. And, oh, is it over here? Yeah, it's over here. Oh man, look at that. They're all just standing there. Okay, well this is going to be an interesting interaction. I'm interested to see how Lise is going to handle it. Because she's definitely becoming more of a leader. Oh my god, I'm going to have to read all this shit aloud. You can just feel it when cutscenes start if you're going to have to like read them or they're voice acted. Okay, Roban. Gods, it's good to see you. Ah, the Slayer has come. I'm not going to do this S shit. We have not forgotten how you sinned against the Lady of Bliss, but we did not come here to shed blood. Wouldn't she have said, but we did not come here to shed blood? Or no, I guess not. That sh is a different sound than s. You claim to seek harmony with all those who call Girabanya home. If this is truly your wish, then you will welcome us as envoys of the Ananta. It is our wish, and you are welcome, but we cannot condone the summoning of primals. If you wish to enter the palace, I must ask that you first surrender any crystal jewelry. You have my word that it will all be returned to you when the meeting is over. That seems reasonable. We will do as you ask, but you will not have our weapons. We are not so foolish as to place ourselves entirely at the mercy of our tormentors. Wow, that's strong. Tormentors. I reckon that's the closest we're going to get to a compromise. And we will have people standing guard. I let them keep their swords. Then we have an agreement. Lead the way to your meeting chamber. Okay. Are we about to do meeting? Ah, yes, we are. Why do I have the feeling we've welcomed a viper in our midst? I get it, because they're snake people. Fantastic. Dum dum. Okay, so what's the next quest here? Oh, I got that coffer. So I should probably use that. I know I've got all this shit in here. And I really should, like, organize it. Yeah, weapon type determined by current job or class. Yeah, I'll go for it. Alright. Ooh. Pretty. I don't know the ins and outs of gear stuff, so I just hit the recommended gear button and use what it tells me. And, you know, it's gone so far okay. It's gone alright so far. Okay, so what is this? Return of the Bull. Let's see, how far are we here? Okay, so this is the last quest in this line. So we're gonna complete this, and then we'll call it. Although, dress up Raoban. Oh, we get a little Raoban minion. That's cool. Little wind up Raoban. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta use the restroom. But when I do get back, it's movie time. I assume we're gonna have to watch more cutscenes. I'll return shortly. Alright. Sorry about that. I'm back. You might hear Flint in the background. He's whining. Or he will whine a bit. Because it's getting close to the time where he goes on a walk. That's usually around like 9. But he starts whining around like 8-ish. Ah, big sippy there. Okay. Let's do it. Raban seems unconvinced by Kalyana's sincerity. Oh shit, now he wants out of the room. Okay, well let me let Flynn out. And then we'll start this. Okay, let's do it. This Kalyana elder's intentions seem at odds with all we know of her tribe. What do you think, Kay? The enthralled cannot be trusted. Mayhap even the enthralled can learn to compromise. I mean, it's possible. I don't want to just discount them out of hand, although these will be certainly hostile negotiations. You believe an understanding can be reached? 'Tis not entirely unheard of, I suppose. Those who followed Saint Shiva eventually sought reconciliation within Ishgard. That's true. Whatever the truth, I would take no chances. The guard must be strengthened, ideally with people who know a thing or two about primals. Can we rely on the scions? Sure, yeah. I'll round up our comrades and send them to the Alamegan quarter. You can go on ahead if you like, Kay. Oh, I do like. My thanks. I will see you in the palace. Okay. And now I have to teleport back into the Alamegan quarter. Alright. So we will join our fellow scions. Then I guess we'll discuss how we're going to handle these coming negotiations with the beast tribes. Damn, bro, the whole squad showed up. Or, well, not the whole squad, but, you know, a couple of them. Okay, I've brought reinforcements. Ehrenwald told me of the arrival of our unexpected guests, and I agreed that it would be prudent to call upon Y'shtola and Thancred as well. One can never be too careful when dealing with the enthralled. I am not familiar with the Kalyana tribe myself, but Alisay's report suggested that they shun contact with other races. Despised it, in fact, even compared to other Ananta. Indeed, this apparent reversal in attitude is most curious. No one expected a response to our invitation, much less an envoy, and I imagine Lys was forced to make some rather hasty arrangements in order to accommodate them. Speaking of which, how should we deploy ourselves? If the meeting is to be held in the throne room, 'twould seem wise to have both eyes inside and outside the palace. Y'shtola and I can stand guard without. That leaves the three of you to keep watch over proceedings in the throne room itself. Understood. We should join General Alden inside then. Okay. Do you know of the rear entrance to the palace? It's on the eastern edge of the city, at the top of the stairs. The guard there should have been instructed to let us pass. Okay. So, the Warrior of Light, Alphino, and, what's that guy's name? Ehrenwald are going to watch over proceedings inside the palace, while Thancred and Y'shtola make sure no one gets in or does anything untoward or whatever. So, cool. Hopefully this goes well. I have a feeling that more complications are going to happen because that's just how things go. But still, one can hope. I'm still struggling to remember how we met Ehrenwald. I'm really trying here, and I don't remember him ever joining. I think there was a point where a couple people showed up at the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and were like, you know, we also have this power of the Echo or whatever. And Ehrenwald may have been among them. Or maybe he was here when we tried the Crystal Brave stuff and left. I honestly don't remember how we met this guy. Leave external security to us, Kay. I've scouted around the palace quite extensively when I was searching for Krile, so I know the lay of the land. Cool. Yes. Y'shtola, as fortune would have it, I was visiting Rauger's Reach to look in on Alice. She sends her regards. Cool. So, yo, are we wearing the same thing? No. I think, is Y'shtola a white mage? I don't think Y'shtola is a white mage. I'm not sure. I'm sure the two of you can do a great job of guarding the entire exterior of the palace. I'm sure it'll go great. The rear entrance of the palace is just up these steps. The guard should wave us through. If we could somehow come to an understanding with the Kalyana, it would represent a great step toward resolving the primal dilemma in Alamigo. I only hope they are sincere in their intentions. As do I. You're with the Scions, miss? General Alden left orders that you were to be escorted inside, if you'd follow me. Alright, cutscene time. Here we go. Movie time. Well, it's the cat people, too. Man, they all look real mad. They're all gonna just stand there? They don't have chairs or anything? Like a table?
Thank you all for coming. I am Lise Hext, and I speak for the Resistance. Among you are village elders, refugee leaders, envoys from the Ananta and the Kikern. You've come from every corner of Girabania to help decide the future of Alamigo. But before that, I want to ask you a question. What was the first thing you noticed when you came in? For me, it was that empty throne.
Okay.
It has no one to sit on it now. No viceroy, no king.
Good.
Would any of you like to take their place?
None of you?
Someone else sit there. Then let's sit here in a circle, as equals, and I hope, as friends.
That was a bold fucking maneuver, but it seems to have worked. Would any of you like to be king or queen or some form of monarch? Oh my god, they all just sit in a circle. That's great. I actually love that. That's good. And we stand like 20 feet away just looking.
Lise has removed monarchy as a choice early in the game and positioned them to consider a joint government.
Fucking great, dude. That's good.
Things considered, I would say events have got off to a fine start.
And that is Alagana's stance on the matter.
Thank you, Ravenford. Another vote in favor. Next, let's hear from Shanti of the Kalyana. Tell us, how do your people feel about the idea of a republic?
Republic, let's go! That's better. Oh, they're just gonna leave. Oh, they're slithering over.
The Ananta wish only that those who dwell within Gir Abania devote themselves to our faith.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
You shall all worship Sri Lakshmi.
Okay. I see. We're unhinged. Got it.
Lady of bliss, grace us once more with your beauteous visage.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? You come in here and you summon your primal from the water? What? Don't tell me that water had fucking aetherite in it or something. Oh my god.
This can't be happening. No crystals were allowed through the door.
We can worry about the how of it later. We need to evacuate these people right now, or the Primal will make thralls of them all.
Okay, well, I guess bringing in the Kalyana was a bad idea. Love it. Good job, Robon. Should have done that earlier. We sat there and watched her summon. None of us stopped her. Ah. Get up, run. It's Shri Mashti. Ah, I'm blinded. Oh my god, that's bright. Yeah, that's right, baby. That's what we did last time. Summon that protective energy field. Last time we met this thing. Okay, the two of us will take it down. Oh my god, what's going on here?
God damn it! The guards were already turned.
By the primal?
Fools.
The primal did that so quickly. Go get him, Carbuncle. Oh, Carbuncle, Carbuncle.
No, you don't.
Oh man, this is fucking incredible. Such betrayal.
To be sorely disappointed. We have the Warrior of Light and Arenvald to shield us.
Arenvald.
Aye, but they can't well defend your guests and attack the primal, can they? We're stuck on the back foot.
It's very nice of them to not attack during this conversation.
I think I have an idea. Keep these people safe, General. I'll be back as soon as I can.
What happened to Stola and Thancred? Thancred. Let's go! Oh my god. What a backflip.
Yeah, whatever she's about, she'd best make it quick.
This is great. My god, dude. I fucking love these cutscenes.
Who will be next to die on my steel?
It's so dramatic. Oh shit. Oh god. Am I about to have to do a fight? We can't sound the back foot forever. No, damn it. If I think like this, we've already lost. I have the Warrior of Light on my side. We can do this. Isn't that right? Use the duty action deflect to dissipate the Aether Spheres Lakshmi releases during the battle. Excuse me. Be warned that allowing an ally to be enthralled by an Aether Sphere will result in failure. Okay, this is what we're doing now. You get to look and laugh at how bad I am at this game. Alright. What am I doing here? I have to... I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be doing. She means to enthrall everyone. We have to stop her. Okay. I assume that means stopping these ethers. Oh my god. Okay, I guess Arenvald will do that. Forget the primal and focus on the foe before you. Oh dear, the song is playing. There goes... It's so copyrighted. Oh, do I have to do that? Oh shit, I have to use the duty action. That was so close to failure. Oh my god, this song is awesome. I forgot how fucking sick this fight was. Oh dear god. Okay, Arenvald's got that one. Oh my god. It's like playing whack-a-mole. Okay, it's an AoE, so you just pop it. Oh, fuck. Oh dear god. Listen. Warrior of Light is doing God's work here, okay? By the 12. You better respect it. Okay. This is pretty cool. I like this. Oh god. Maybe don't do that. Oh, fuck. Listen, I'm perfectly fine with the hate in my heart. I love it. If anything, I don't think I have enough hate in my heart. Oh, Jesus. Did I fail? No, I think this might be a success thing. This is a pretty cool,
It's only a matter of time before we miss one.
like, moment. Oh my god, it's... Oh my god!
What of it? Do you want to kill this thing or not?
What of it? Holy shit, that's awesome. Let's go! She's got a huge ass kukri. Defeat Lakshmi. Okay. Alright, this is what we're doing now. Listen, I don't really do the most DPS here. I'm something of a glare spammer. Or stone spammer. Not really sure what else I'm supposed to do. Thanks for keeping up, y'all. Really appreciate it. Where does she stand on your guard? Will do. Oh my god, she's gonna teleport like right here? Oh, that's Raban. Are we gonna continue our advance? Oh, fuck. She's blocking our exit. Walked into a trap, halfway. The rest of you need to run. Can I do that? Okay, I guess Fordola and Aaron Blood will do that. At least... What? I can't run away from this. They need us. And we stand and fight together. Alphino, the envoys are in your care. Okay, bye, Alphino. Surely you do not mean to... Very well. I should see our guest to safety. Yes, Alphino. We plan on killing this shit right here, right now. No need for the raid. We're just doing this. All the story characters. It's actually pretty fucking sick. It's not, like... You haven't really been able to, like, fight with all the story characters before. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, sorry, guys. Didn't squat up. Oh dear, someone's talking outside. I think it's pretty cool you get to fight with all these story characters, see them in action. This is awesome. Pitiful, misguided children. Lay down your weapons, lay down your heads. I'm not gonna do that. She's going after Lisa and Rawan. Oh fuck, am I gonna have to hit the button? Let me out, let me out, let me out. Okay, let's go. You have to hit the button and then do this shit. Okay. How long is it taking you to hit the fucking button for Dola? Come on. I think for an MMO, this is a very cool set piece. I mean, they can only do, like, so much, right? In, like, the system that they have. Or, actually, what am I doing? My DPS has been suffering.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
Come close to me, all of you. Okay, Fordola is tanking. Did that maneuver? This gasp, this is nothing. It's one thing after another. We have to fight as one. We are! Oh, fucking goddamn it. Oh, fucking goddamn it. Get me out of here. Yeah, don't worry, I guess I'll heal. If only we had another DPS, and if only Alphino hadn't run away like a bitch. Oh shit, squad up with Fordola. You know, I'll just watch them do it. There we go. Horrible teamwork, I know. I don't think I have any more damage, because like I'm pretty sure this is it for damage. Yeah. Are you... Okay, well. Oh fuck, here we go again. It's interesting that only Fordola does this. I guess only she knows how to. This is interesting though. Her, oh no, seems to have really tuckered out Fordola. Why do you cling to your misery? I like suffering. Mascus. Or sadist, I don't remember which is which. One enjoys inflicting, one enjoys the receiving. I don't know. But I wonder how this is going to affect everyone's perception of Fordola. I don't even have to cast this, I just am. Because force of habit. When I see everyone in one big group, I just, you know, I have the opportunity to throw out a Medica too and hit everyone. I'm not gonna miss it, you know? Quickly, I can't hold her off forever. That's what I'm trying to do here, but listen, you know, I can only do so much DPS. Because Fordola's kind of saving everyone here, you know? It's interesting that Lise thought to go get her. Holy shit, Lise is gonna drop a spirit bomb or some shit on him. Oh my god. If there's anything I saw that is gonna get me to play Monk, it was that. Holy shit. I'm a little sad that she didn't play the song during that fight, only during like the first half of it.
We did it! We beat her!
For now. Oh god. Another vision. This was like 10 minutes ago. This happened. Interesting, we're seeing it now.
What is this?
I'm only gonna say this once. The Ananta just summoned their primal in the throne room. My friends are fighting her, but they need help. They need some...
I have the echo.
I told you before that you still had time, but things have changed. I need your answer now. You can end it like Xenos, or you can fight for Alamigo. Your choice.
Oof, what an ultimatum. And we know what she decided.
Seven hells. It's her. The butcher.
Mic drop.
It's done. Take me back to my cell.
You are not forgiven. Not you. You I will never forgive.
Still very.
I will, thank you.
Oh, okay. A lot of stopping.
For standing against a primal and saving us from servitude. You have my thanks.
Oh. She shed a single tear. How stoic. Okay. Well, it seems she's decided to still work with the, with Alamigo, and has decided not to die. That was unlike any battle I've ever seen. I'm not entirely sure how I survived it, to be honest. That battle you just fought, I do those for breakfast. One wrong step and I would have lost my will to that fiend for the rest of my days. 'Tis a sobering thought. Lise is certainly living up to her own ideal. Not every commander would choose to enlist a former enemy's aid in battle. It was a bold move. I think I shall make a habit of checking for primal influence before our meetings from now on. Yeah, okay, so what's up with the fucking water? It, like, they summoned the snake people, I forget their name. They summoned it. That energy was coming, like, from the water. Is it full of etheric stuff? I don't know. Oh god, I'm gonna have to read this shit. Well fought, Kay. Ehrenwald. That was a near thing. Aye, our stand against the Kalyana would have been brief indeed had you not volunteered for guard duty. We'd been enthralled as sure as our sentries were. They must have planned this far in advance. What happened to Thancred and Y'shtola? Weren't you guys outside? Security was my responsibility, and I know how dangerous primals can be. I think someone accidentally double-spaced between the I and no. Whoopsie. I should have... Gah, it's my fault. My stupid mistake. Nay, alas, we were caught unawares. We will take this as a lesson, and we'll watch our own more carefully in the future. Rabban is such a great, like, guy. I love Rabban. He's such a mentor to, like, everyone. And he's totally gonna die. Like, he's so dead. I feel it in my bones that this guy is gonna eat mad shit and die at some point. And I'll be very sad when he does, because I really like him. You can be sure that the lackeys who smuggled the crystals into the throne room weren't the only thralls in our ranks. Excuse me. The soldier who first spoke up in favor of Kalyana keeping their weapons springs to mind. Okay. I see. So those soldiers put crystals into the water. Because they were already under the effect of the Kalyana crime. I'm forgetting the name. Shamira, I think. I don't know. But if that's the case, how were they under the influence? How were they enthralled? Or are they just cultists? I don't know. Maybe they were talked into it somehow? I'm not entirely sure. Whatever. A primal servant is betrayed by his aura. If you mean to conduct an investigation, I can identify any others acting under Sri Lakshmi's influence. Oh, okay. I forgot that Y'shtola has this, like, aura sensing shit, because she's blind or whatever. Thanks, Y'shtola. We'd appreciate the help. Speaking of which, I almost fell over when Fordola turned up. What was she even doing there? I asked her to come. Well, that explains it then. I guess only I got that vision. It's sad, but Ragnfrid was right. Her victims will never forgive her for what she's done. But I don't think Fordola picked up that sword looking for forgiveness. She just wanted to fight for her country. If you say the world in which Fordola grew up is partly to blame for what she became, then as an Alamegan, I feel responsible for improving that world. We can't ignore what's happening right now. We have to show people a better way than vengeance, or we with giving birth to a new generation of skulls. I know it's idealistic, but I want to help people to let go of their old grievances and make peace with each other. And I'll hold 1,000 meetings and talk till I'm blue in the face if that's what it takes. Lisa's a very, yeah, it is idealistic. She's very good-hearted, but definitely very naive. But she's growing into it. I think she's doing a good job of growing into her leadership role. I've grown to like her a bit more over the course of the DLCs, and I hope that she continues to grow into a better leader and a better person as well. 'Tis a long and arduous path you have chosen, but one well worth taking. Rest assured that I will do what I can to help you reach your destination. Thank you, Alphina. The first step will be to get our representatives back in the throne room. They're a little shaken, but not one of them seemed ready to run. We're all determined to finish what we started. I will see that you're not interrupted. Okay, you and the Scions are to stand down. Get some rest. You've earned it. Cool. Cutscene? Cutscene. Oh, it's so pretty out here.
Fine spot to contemplate the heavens. The meeting is over. The envoys have chosen to instate a government model on Ishgard's House of Commons, a ruling body of representatives elected by the people.
Okay, so finally some answers here. Or, you know, reminder of some answers. Ishgard does have a democracy. They have a House of Commons. But they still have, like, lords and stuff. Maybe they have a House of Lords. Instate a government modeled on Ishgard's House of Commons, a ruling body of representatives elected by the people. That's interesting that they did that. I wonder, did they request that someone from Ishgard help them draft their constitution or something? Also, they decided that in like a day. Holy fuck. Everyone was really on the same page there. That's some truly impressive statesmanship from Lise. You know, I guess she's a better leader than I thought she was. I think that's good. Hopefully they do that in Ul'dah. Love seeing the spread of democracy here.
Fair decision, and one which signals the end of my part in all this. But I would gaze upon Girabania's stars one last time before I leave.
What's the Sultana doing here? The Warrior of Light does have more character, even though it's very subtle. Giving Raubon space, just a nod to the Sultana, looking back, smiling.
Forget something?
It's interesting.
Your Grace, there was no word.
That's because the Warrior of Light is the Sultana. That's right, I was a Lalafell the whole time.
Raubon Aldin, you are hereby dismissed as General of the Immortal Flames and relieved of your seat on the Syndicate.
Well, shit. I didn't see that coming. Huh.
But, Your Grace...
What?
Raubon, I am no longer a child.
Okay, fair. Okay, I see what's happening here.
Stay here in your homeland. Work with your brethren. Rebuild Alamigo.
You desire to stand alone. I understand, but remember what happened.
I remember full well the consequences of my naivety, and thus did I consult at length with a most trusted advisor ere I embarked upon this course.
Wow. Oh my god.
A most trusted advisor? And what of me? Am I no longer deserving of your confidence?
What trust can there be between us when you withhold the truth from me? Did you think me oblivious to the anguish in your eyes when you spoke of returning to Uldar? For years and years, we have trusted one another. Yet now you refuse to confess your heart's desire?
I swore an oath to you that day on the sands. I pledged my sword.
Oh, he wanted this a lot more than I was picking up on. Man, well now I feel silly.
And it has served me well. But in Pippin you have forged a new sword, as
Oh!
deadly as the blade you bequeathed him.
I didn't account for Pippin. God damn it. Fuck. The equation. It was so wrong. Yeah, he can just leave Pippin there, and he can be an Uldar. Oh.
I will show you a Sultana who can wield every weapon at her disposal, including Lolorito and his monetarist cronies.
Yes. That's awesome. Oh, that's good.
So follow your heart, please. You are home. You are free.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
None no more.
Oh.
Smile for me, Raubon. I would have this parting be a joyous one.
Thank you, Your Grace. It has been an honor to serve you and Uldar.
That is so sweet.
Tomorrow you will serve Alamigo and fight for the good of all Eorzea. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Grace.
Oh, man. That was awesome. That was so good. Fuck, dude. He really wanted to stay in Alamigo more than I thought he did. I was talking about making adult decisions earlier, bro. I'm a fucking clown. I went to see Fordola in her cell again. She did turn the tide of battle after all, and I thought it only right to thank her. But she wouldn't listen. Said she neither wanted nor needed my gratitude and that I should go away. I don't know if I'll ever understand her. So the theme of like a leadership and becoming a good leader is a very strong one throughout the game. With Alphino rising up to become a good leader after the death of Minfilia, and kind of the not the de facto, but just kind of the I think it's de jure. I have no idea, but just kind of the implied leader of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Sir Aymeric becoming a leader in Heaven's Ward and Ishgard, and as well as Lys here rising to run the Resistance, and having the Sultana, which I keep forgetting the name of, the Sultana, Nanamo, right, Nanamo, kind of become more responsible and more of an adult. Although to say being more of an adult is a meaningless statement, because adults are, you know, of all kinds, but still you get the idea. More responsible. Kind of just repeating myself here. I wish I had a more I could think of more ways to express this thought, but it's getting late. So let's finish this up.
Thanks for shielding us from Lakshmi, you two. If you hadn't been there, the rest of us would be worshipping her by now.
You're kind to include me, Lys, but we both know who did most of the work. I could scarce keep track of the battle, let alone land a telling blow.
Oh, okay, so I did want to talk about something real quick after the battle, and I just kind of neglected to mention it. I got swept up in the moment after the battle with Sri Lakshmi, of everyone now, having endured that fight with that primal, everyone is now acutely aware of what the Warrior of Light does for a living, and I think it you know, they're right to kind of hype up the Warrior of Light, because these primals are ridiculously powerful when you just compare them to your schmuck adventurers. So even my like white mage Warrior of Light, which is not dealing high DPS at all, not doing a lot of damage, they're capable of you know, they're just hyper capable in this like one department. But I thought I think that's cool.
No shame in admitting it. The Warrior of Light has put far better men than me in the shade.
True.
Did I mention that I encountered the Sultana in the palace? It would seem Her Grace has come to Girabania to oversee the final stages of her relocation project. She was in search of General Oldin, and I directed her to the rooftop garden. I do hope he was still there.
Are you in the habit of gossiping about the affairs of royalty, Master Leveilleur?
Certainly not, Your Grace. I was merely informing my companions.
Be at ease, Alphino. 'Twas only a jest. But I must yield the floor to Raubal. He has an important announcement to make.
As of yesternight, I have been relieved of my post in the Immortal Flames and the Syndicate both.
I gotta turn my face cam on when shit like this is happening.
I shall be assuming my father's duties. And may I say that Tizona has never felt heavier upon my back.
So you can witness the pog.
Twould seem I am in need of employment. Mayhap one of my old acquaintances can introduce me to a mercenary company or some such.
Oh, Raubon, come on.
You may be getting on in years, father, but you'd struggle to find a band of sellswords who wouldn't snap your hand off. Your remaining hand.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Yes, the bull of Alamigo need not be put out to pasture just yet.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Your Grace has developed a wicked edge to her humor, and you, Pippin, would do well not to laugh when the future may hold the same for you.
So, does this mean you're staying?
Aye.
At least just cutting through
Seems
it.
to be the way of it. I would be glad to aid you in rebuilding our nation, if you'll have me.
If you'll have me.
If, he says. Welcome home, Raubon.
Give him a hug. Or not. Or a handshake. Man, I would have given Raubon a hug, bro. A firm handshake. Of course. This is where everyone
Well, that
claps.
was unexpected, though you seem distinctly unsurprised.
I have my sources.
Either you are more astute than I give you credit for, or I'm losing my touch. In any event, one thing is certain.
Warriorflight's a lot
Alamigo
fucking
will
smarter
rejoice
than I
at
am,
the
that's for
homecoming
sure.
of her dearest son.
The Bull of Alamigo! Okay, well, movie time was fun. Okay, we're still not done. Oh god, I didn't speak to the other NPCs. I think it's time I headed back to Rauger's Reach. What's next for all of you? Alice will be eager to hear of current recent events, so I shall join you if you've no objections. I'd welcome the company. Okay, why don't you come along to the Reach as well, once you've said your farewells to Nanamo and the others. Oh, I didn't speak to them, no, and there they go. Upon completion of this quest, you will be able to access the palace's rooftop gardens by speaking to the Royal Menagerie assistant. Okay, I wonder what's up there. I'll have to do that. I have asked enough of you, Kay. My only words for you now are those of gratitude. I must assume father's responsibilities without delay, lest our rivals, both inside and outside Ul'dah, treat his dismissal as a window of opportunity. Rest assured they will find Tizona's edge just to sharpen my hands. Ul'dah, what are you thinking? It seems my road has come full circle. I appreciate the support you showed for my earlier decision, overruled though it was. Yes. God, dude. I really thought he was gonna stay. But no, you know, now that I think... Wait. Rauger's Reach. Oh, right, I remember where this is now. Yeah, I was like, why are we going here? What was I talking about? It makes... Now that I think about it, it does make total sense to have Pippin take over there and Raubon at Alamigo. I feel very silly for the things I said earlier. And that shit was caught 1080p 60 FPS. So I can't even walk that back. Just real clown moment here. What's up, Monago? We bought this freedom with blood, that of our friends and enemies. I'll be damned if we're gonna give that up again. So true, bestie. Oh my god! Movie night. never ends. Sorry, Flint. We will walk soon, I promise. Oh, hey, look, Alex is here. Well, here we are again. Alphino has regaled me with a thrilling tale of hidden treasure troves, mid-meeting betrayals, unlikely alliances, and joyous homecomings. It would seem I missed everything. Yes, you did. I was patrolling the palace grounds with Thancred and Y'shtola when we heard the report of a primal in the throne room. I honestly doubted my own ears. As others have said, we were lucky to have our Echo-blessed champions nearby this time, but we'll need to keep a closer eye on the Kalyana. You can say that again. This whole episode has reminded me of just how far apart our kinds are. It looks like centuries of fear and mistrust really can't be washed away in a day. Yeah, I agree. But someone has to make an effort at reconciliation if these conflicts are ever going to end. Naturally, a lot of people are crying out for vengeance, but I've been doing my best to calm things down. That's very in character for you, at least so far. Violent reprisals will only lead to more summonings. Yeah, I agree with that. That's true. Indeed, violence will ever beget violence, as the Empire has learned to its cost in recent times. One thing I like about the story, how it handles the story in this game, is that all the characters are, like, competent. And if they're not competent, then they, like, become competent. And they make competent decisions. It's a lot of fun to watch. In any case, summoning Lakshmi was the Broodmother's doing, and whoever replaces her might not be so keen on the idea. We'll just have to watch and wait. Which isn't to say that we won't be putting the safety of our allies and the Vera and Im tribes first. Im tribes? What's the Im tribe? I plan to have resistance scouts keep track of the Kalyana's movements at all times. My parents will be relieved to hear that. What are your plans for the rest of the resistant army out of interest? Are we to prepare for Imperial counterattacks? Well, they're not really a resistance army, are they anymore? They're more of a... That would be a question for the Resistance's newest recruit, a military commander with far more experience than me. Oh, okay. Got it. So Raubon's gonna be in charge of the Resistance. But... Or not the Resistance, I guess... Lisa's still in charge of that? Or is she in charge of Alamigo? I don't know. I guess this will all clear up in time. But they're not really a resistance because they're not really under rule anymore of the Empire. They're more just an army. They're just a military with a dedicated cause. Although I suppose they are resisting the spread of the Empire. I guess calling it the Resistance is fine. It's an icon thing. It's also correct. Sometimes you're just wrong. I guess I'm just incorrect on this. You know, sometimes you miss. What? The Bull of Alamigo? We call it an army, but the Resistance is really a coalition of smaller independent groups. Okay, so now we're talking about this. And when Conrad passed his command on to me, that authority only extended to the freedom fighters based in Rauger's Reach. He just happened to be serving as the Resistance spokesman for the time, and needed someone to take over the role while everything was in disarray. But that time has passed. That is true. It is just a bunch of disconnected